Android Authority and a couple of others made so much noise about the OnePlus 15 failing to complete the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Stress Test benchmark and deducing all kinds of misleading conclusions from it that OnePlus literally pushed out an update to address this. If you haven't checked my previous video addressing this stupid 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Stress Test, or rather the incorrect interpretation of it, then watch my video. Okay, the question is, has OnePlus really nerfed the OnePlus 15? Let's find out. So, running the 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Stress Test shows a clear difference. Earlier, the phone would have a 2 out of 5 chance to complete it, as it would be at the edge of crashing. But now the maximum temperature is significantly less than that. This basically solves the crashing quote unquote issue. But how did OnePlus manage this? Well, here are the scores. We basically sacrificed 10% stability by simply making the OnePlus 15 throttle a little more aggressively. Previously, the OnePlus 15 sustained a crazy average of over 10 watt in this 20-minute stress test, which is 25% higher than after the update where it got reduced to 8 watts. Basically, at around 40 degrees centigrade or so, the drop in power is more aggressive than before. The power would drop from 10 watt to like 5.7 watts or so, with some short bursts in the middle. However, despite this update, the OnePlus 15 is still better than the iQOO 15 both in performance and in temperatures. It's funny how iQOO 15 is sustaining close to 10 watt in this benchmark, ending at 49 degrees centigrade, but I have never actually seen it push this kind of power in a real high-end game, lol. Okay, so what now? Yes, now the OnePlus 15 is able to complete the stress test without crashing. So what's the use? What does this mean? Does this mean that the OnePlus 15 will perform worse in real games? Android Authority says
a story, which is that for quick bursts of activity, like a short gaming session or a quick render of 4K video, the OnePlus 15 is going to be better than the OnePlus 13. But once you get beyond that and get to extended gaming sessions or long renders of high definition video, the OnePlus 13 will either match or even exceed the OnePlus 15 and run cooler while doing it.
Okay, so where is the proof? Please show some actual tests like that to solidify your conclusion. It's simple. You guys have millions of subscribers, lots of contact. I'm sure you can manage to get hold of a OnePlus 13 to compare against in some real world long-term workflow that you're suggesting and just prove your conclusion. Anyways, so let's test some real games. First up, Grid Legends in graphics priority mode with a modified cap of 50 FPS and no dynamic resolution to put extra stress. According to Android Authority, the performance should now be worse, right? Because let me make it clear, there is no other game on Android that is as demanding as this. Pay attention to the temperatures and power. Okay, so after 5 laps, is the OnePlus 15 performing worse? No. In fact, we ended up cutting almost 1 watt of power and a significant drop in the maximum temperature. This is a rather nice improvement. Next, let's test Wuthering Waves. Max setting 60 FPS, I do the same exact benchmark run every time for consistency. It's also very challenging and a very well-rounded benchmark with multiple rounds of bosses, challenges, and open world traversal. I made a small mistake here, which I corrected quickly. The game assistant was set to balanced mode for this game instead of pro gamer mode initially, which capped the FPS to 45 FPS when the temperatures hit 40 degrees centigrade. So I quickly enabled the pro gamer mode and continued. And so at the end, we actually needed a small improvement. We cut back a little bit of power and ended up with a slightly higher average. Again, according to Android Authority, this was a long-term gameplay, long-term benchmark. So this should have been worse, right? But it isn't. Finally, I was scared for a moment actually regarding emulation, which is the best thing one can do on these high-end Snapdragon SoCs, and emulation really needs a lot of power. So I tested GTA 5 with uncapped frame rate, and once again, the OnePlus 15 is performing amazingly. Remember, in the 3D Mark benchmark, the power would drop to like 5.7 watts to 6 watts when the temperatures were close to 40 degrees centigrade. But is that happening here? No. As you can see, we are in the 40 degrees centigrade range, yet the OnePlus 15 is pushing plenty of power. Now let me tell you what OnePlus has actually done here. It's quite clever. The update they pushed was just to stop the OnePlus 15 from failing in a few benchmarks that these YouTubers swear by. This is an excellent move by OnePlus to avoid bad press by these shallow reviews while not sacrificing the performance and offer for enthusiasts. So nothing to worry here, guys. Yeah, that's it for this video. The camera comparison with the iQOO 15 is in progress. Will come soon. Till then, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.